If someone says, I love God, but hates a Christian brother or sister, that person is a liar. For if we don't love people we can see, how can we love God whom we have not seen? 1 John 4:20. Here's a sobering thought. God measures our love for him by the love we show our brothers and sisters in everyday fellowship with them. It's a serious thing to realize that our love for God just isn't genuine if it fails the test of daily life with our fellow human beings. The same thing is true with humility. It's easy to think we humble ourselves before God, but humility before people is the only real proof that our humility before God is more than just a figment of our imagination. It is the only true evidence that humility has made a home in our hearts and become our nature. How can we know that we, like Christ, have made ourselves of no reputation? By the reality check of daily life. When in God's presence, humility has become more than just a feeling we have when we think about him or pray, but instead, the very spirit of our lives. It will show itself in the way that we treat our brothers and sisters. This lesson is crucial. The only humility that really belongs to us is not what we try to show before God in prayer, but what we carry with us and live out when we get up off our knees. The insignificance of daily life is the test of eternity. It proves what spirit really possesses us. It's in our unguarded moments when we show who we really are. To know the humble man, you have to follow him around and watch his daily life. Isn't that lesson exactly what Jesus taught? His great teachings about humility came when he saw the disciples arguing about who was the greatest, or the Pharisees competing for the place of honor at banquets and in synagogues. He taught again after he had given them an example by washing their feet. Humility before God is nothing if it isn't proved by humility before men. Paul, of course, taught the same practical lesson. To the Romans he wrote, love each other with genuine affection and take delight in honoring one another. Live in harmony with each other. Don't try to act important, but enjoy the company of ordinary people. And don't think that you know it all. Romans 12:10-16. To the Corinthians he said, love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. Love does not demand its own way. 1 Corinthians 13:4-5. There is no love what grows from the root of humility. To the Galatians Paul wrote, for you have been called to freedom to serve one another in love. Let us not become conceited or irritate one another or be jealous of one another. Galatians 5:13-26. To the Ephesians, right after those 3 wonderful chapters about living in heavenly realms, he said, be humble and gentle. Be patient with each other, Ephesians 4:2. And further, you will submit to one another out of reverence for Christ, Ephesians 5:21. To the Philippians, Paul wrote, make me truly happy by agreeing wholeheartedly with one another, loving one another, and working together with one heart, one purpose. Don't be selfish. Don't live to make a good impression on others. Be humble. Thinking of others is better than yourself. Your attitude should be the same as that Christ Jesus had. He made himself nothing. He took the humble position of a slave and appeared in a human form, and in human form he obediently humbled himself even further by dying a criminal's death on the cross.